22-year-old male. He was initially involved in a rollover. While out of the vehicle, he was then struck by another vehicle on the highway.
This is bad.
It's not completely uncommon for details to evolve as we are driving to the call, but my spidey senses lit up and I felt that this call was going to be very bad.
I'm assuming it's right here.
Oh, there's lights in the ditch there. Yeah, this looks like it.
Let's turn the scene light on and we'll pull up right beside. Or what are we looking for? There's a vehicle that's rolled over on the side of the ditch.
That semi-truck, he was running across the highway and the guy got hit. So
Where is he?
He's in the ditch somewhere, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
There aren't words to describe how you feel in that moment,
Tell Tom right now.
but every second feels like an hour until you find that person.
Apparently he got hit highway speed by a semi. He's in the ditch over here. We need spotlight.
We wanted to get every single person searching for this patient.
Stop! We need you guys looking for the patient with your spotlights in the ditch because he was hit highway speeds by a semi on foot. Oh, I can see something right there. I'm taking the ditch.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, let's check this. We got a pulse. Yeah. Get on the stretcher.
Get on the radio, tell him we're C-Task 1. He's agonal rest. We need to get him on the stretcher now. He's gonna code.
We're trauma alert to you, C-Task 1.
He's barely breathing, so move fast.
We gotta go now. This patient needs to be in a trauma center in order for him to survive.
Both of his legs are broken. We need to extremity lift him, life before limb. We gotta move.
He's gonna die a lot faster from his heart stopping than his bones being broken, so my primary focus is his heart.
Okay, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
Just stay with us, buddy, okay? Keep breathing. You're doing good. I don't know if he was thrown. I don't know anything about him. That's the one that hit him as far as I know. And then as soon as we get in here, just go. And I need a firefighter.
2 firefighters.
When a person gets hit by such a big vehicle, you're gonna sustain multiple fractures, your internal organs are gonna be damaged. His fate's almost sealed when the accident happened. There's not a good prognosis.
We tried numerous and various attempts to resuscitate him, but his injuries were irreparable.
I don't think there was much we could have done for this patient, but you always want to do more.
It's a real tragedy. We learned that he was just visiting the province, barely over 20 years old, so he's barely an adult, and now his family has to go their whole lives knowing what it's like to live without him.
Base to 67. The responding Delta for a 24-year-old male. He has a stab wound to the back of the neck. City police are en route.
1967, 10-4.
So when the call comes in to hear stabbing to the neck, I always think, how close is it to the spine? Is this guy going to be paralyzed? How big is the knife? How deep was it put in?
Let's do a really good thorough head to toe and make sure he doesn't have injuries somewhere else. Right?
Sounds good. With any stabbing, we always assume that the patient has an internal injury,
So here we are.
and that bleeding is a potential.
Is he bleeding pretty heavy duty?
Just gonna get your jacket off here, okay? We want to take a real quick look at you. We want to make sure there's no other injuries, okay?
Okay, there's just one stab.
Okay, how's your head feel?
Feels right, but my neck feels
Okay, jaw, nothing hurts there? Do you know what happened? Can you tell me?
I think it was gang related, but I dropped my gang stuff, so.
Okay.
Sounds like this gentleman was involved in an altercation. Sounds like it could be possibly gang related.
Sometimes if a patient has one prominent injury, I'm gonna open up here and take a look at your chest. They're distracted from any other injuries that they may have. No holes in your chest?
No.
Pain in your stomach anywhere?
Just the one stab.
Okay, no, nothing in the back. I gotta check everything, okay? Stab wounds are very hard to assess. We have no idea how deep it goes. It could have nicked an artery, or it could have hit his spinal cord. Nothing in the back anywhere, Brett. I'm gonna steal those tubes there for a sec. Have a listen to them. Take a big breath. Nice and clear all around ×4. Do you have any numbness, tingling in your fingers?
Absolutely. Well, bring me the light. Bring me your light. You got a light?
Yeah, I got a light right here. Let's have a look.
Put it on.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Could be.
Okay, does that hurt right there?
I don't know how deep it is, and it's right on his C-spine.
Yeah.
Seeing the location of this stab wound, I'm surprised this guy's standing. If it's right on his spine, he should be dead or paralyzed.
It looks to be C3-4 area.
When I look up, it hurts.
Don't look up, okay?
We're taking every precaution, okay? It's very important that he stay as still as possible.
Hi, this is Mike. I'm a paramedic with MD Ambulance. Just letting you guys know, we are on scene right now with a 24-year-old with a stab wound at the back of his neck. It looks to be about 1.5 to 2 inches wide, but it's right on his C-spine.
Okay, so this is just a reminder for you to keep your head nice and still, okay?
Just sit right back. Just sit back. Try to keep your head still. We're gonna turn you, and we're gonna lay you flat on the stretcher.
I got you.
Here, bring your arms into your belly.
We got you.
They're just gonna spin you on Mike's kill.
Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Good man. Just like that. You okay? We're gonna take you to the University Hospital, okay? And they're gonna go over everything that's occurred. We're not asking for names, they're just asking for what happened and why, the reason for the stabbing and how it occurred.
I kicked him in the leg, and then I grabbed him. Yeah. And then I think he tried to grab me, and then I felt a really weird feeling in my neck, and I knew right then and there that he stabbed me.
Given what happened to him, he's very fortunate. Imaging showed that the blade missed his spinal cord by millimeters. He walked out of the hospital later that night.
Base to 23, you're responding for an MVC involving 4 patients. Reports of someone laying on the road.
Age unknown, gender unknown, consciousness unknown, breathing status unknown. Multiple patients involved for
23, we've just got an update. 3 confirmed patients, 1 that is pinned.
One that is pinned? 10-4. When I hear somebody is pinned, I'm thinking, are they pinned up against a tree, in between another car, in their own vehicle?
Let's go check out this guy.
It makes the entire situation a lot more complicated.
I'm just gonna take a look first at him. We roll up on scene to see this tiny car crumpled up next to this massive piece of road construction equipment. It had to be at least 10 tons.
Driver's pinned.
Okay.
Pelvis is hurting.
Okay.
Joanna here, everything hurts.
Okay.
Her legs hurt.
Okay.
I don't think she's wearing her seatbelt. I think she held the front seat.
Okay.
And then we got a guy laying down on the side here too.
I walk around the car to find our male patient laying on the ground, and I'm worried about how he got there. How did you get out of the car?
Just pushed the door open and got out.
Okay, is anything hurting right now?
My stomach.
Can I sneak in here?
Yeah.
What's your name, ma'am?
What's your name? Jamie. How fast were you going when you hit this? 50 or 40?
I'm assessing the driver, and her seat has been pushed so far forward that she's actually lying over top of the steering wheel.
You weren't going that fast. Okay.
Okay, you got some abrasions on your hip bones here. He's complaining of abdominal pain. Does your hips hurt? I can't see what's going on internally, but he could very well be bleeding from a vital organ.
I'm just gonna feel up your neck, okay? Any pain here? No. Any pain down here?
Yeah, it's getting over my toes. It's really bad.
Let's see if we can get you out of here and over to the ambulance.
When a vehicle is traveling at 60 or 70 kilometers an hour, everything in the vehicle is traveling at 60 or 70 kilometers an hour.
We need to get this jacket off you.
Everything comes to a full and complete stop, including stuff that's in your body.
Okay, we're good. On your call.
So when your skull comes to a stop, your brain actually hits off the front of your skull and then back off the back of your skull. We call that a coup contra coup. It can be very dangerous.
So she was the driver. They were going about 50 kilometers an hour.
I'm just glad that the people were wearing their seatbelts and didn't get thrown from the vehicle.
Okay.
If you're not wearing your seatbelt, you turn into a flying object inside that car,
We're going to St. Paul's.
and you can hurt other passengers as well as yourself.
Our male patient ended up acquiring a tear to his mesenteric artery, which caused blood loss to his small intestine, and he required emergency surgery. After his surgery, he made a full recovery.
The driver ended up having a broken pelvis, and it required surgery.
She spent over 3 weeks in the hospital, and months later is still recovering.
We walk in, I can see an elderly female laying on the ground. She is very sick. She's gray, she's diaphoretic, so she's soaked in sweat, and she's very scared.
Can you tell him your name? She looks confused. She looks dazed.
So what happened?
She wasn't feeling very well at supper time.
Okay.
So she didn't finish her supper.
Okay.
And then going to the washroom, and she was in the washroom trying to throw up. She couldn't throw up, so she came back and at the door. She like a fainted, like she was holding the door rim. And,
Do you remember what day it is today? What day is it today?
I don't know.
Do you know what month we're in?
No.
What city do we live in?
Does she have a history of dementia? Yeah. Okay. So generally, Tom said she's quite confused. Okay. The patient's dementia complicates things because although she's having pain, she can't articulate her symptoms or how long she's had them.
Can you do me a favor? Squeeze my hands. Okay, good.
How is she on a day-to-day basis, sir? Is she normally confused? Will she converse?
Is your breathing easy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, are you dizzy?
No.
she had no sense of time, date.
Okay.
So your tummy's the worst?
Looks like an inferior STEMI. The ECG shows the patient has a blockage in her heart. She's having a heart attack.
We're gonna lift you and carry you outside to our bed, okay?
Okay, we're gonna put this other one way up here.
I feel bad for our patient. She's confused and not understanding why she would need to go to the hospital.
Hello? Hi, my name is Alicia. I'm a paramedic.
Okay.
I'm here with your mom.
Right. Well, what's the matter? Like, what happened?
Okay, there.
She is possibly having a heart attack.
What?
1, 2, 3.
I need to ask you a couple questions.
Let's get you covered up. You must be very cold.
In the event that her heart does stop, does she want CPR done?
Yes.
If she stopped breathing, would she want to be intubated?
Just do whatever it takes.
Okay. The patient's daughter has asked for a full code, which means we'll do everything we possibly can to revive the patient. Okay, so we are a full code. Everything.
Okay.
3 AVF?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do another one quickly now.
Do you want anything?
No, we just need to go.
We want to leave the scene as quick as possible. Any other treatment can be done on the way.
How many times have you thrown up today?
None.
None. Okay, do you remember fainting?
No.
No. She's having a lot of trouble processing what's going on. You have to throw up. The patient's nauseous, and that's a symptom of a heart attack. Sheila, can we speed up, please? We need to get this patient to the cath lab to see cardiology. We gotta go hot. We got her to the cath lab in time. They were able to restore circulation, and she's doing well now.
Base to 1967. You're responding Delta to the racetrack on Highway 2. 25-year-old male. He has hit the barrier wall and is in and out of consciousness.
Okay, no more updates. That's all there is so far.
I wonder how fast he was going.
They're going pretty fast. Usually if they hit the wall, it's on a corner.
We arrive at the track. The parking lot's a maze, and we're trying to figure out the best way to get to the patient. Out of my way.
Head along the gate here. We've got the gate open. You're going to go around the pond as far as you can go and then into the pit.
It is difficult to get to our patient. It's a huge facility. There's lots of cars.
20-year-old male.
Yeah.
Who was driving, crashed into the wall about 115 kilometers an hour.
Okay.
Was knocked out for about 2 to 3 minutes. Regained consciousness, is still pretty confused. Keeps asking the same questions over and over again.
Where are we going?
We're going to the University Hospital.
Kenny lost control on corner number 2. As he was coming to corner 3, he tried to correct and he got tapped and he completely spun around and hit the wall.
So we were told our patient was driving 100 miles an hour. He was knocked out for about 2 to 3 minutes, regained consciousness, but still very confused.
Is it okay? Can we just take this racing suit right off? Might as well keep it if it's expensive.
We don't want anybody cutting it. So.
Yeah.
And I want to check the back before.
At first, Kenny doesn't really seem bothered by any injuries.
All right, Kenny.
Yeah, I felt that already, yes.
And then just lay straight back, okay?
Make sure you load up that car.
They'll take care of your car, Kenny. You okay there, Kenny?
Kenny appears outwardly okay.
You're gonna feel the bed go up, okay?
But because he hit the wall at such a great speed, we have a high suspicion that there could be internal injuries.
Where are we going?
We're going to the university hospital. We're gonna have to watch them, those washboards.
Are there airbags in these cars?
There could be a lot of potential injuries. He could have bleeding in his brain. He could have a bruised heart or lungs. He could have bleeding in his spleen or his liver.
What's the last thing you remember?
Come on. That's sad. Honestly, I don't know.
You remember starting the race?
Oh yeah, I remember starting the race. I remember racing hard.
36.9. Okay. And then do you remember crashing?
Did I crash?
Okay, so that you don't remember, hey?
All right, ready to roll?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
We're going to the university hospital.
The patient keeps repeating his questions over and over. Where are we going? What happened?
Do you remember why we're going to the hospital?
I don't know, unless it went pretty bad.
You hit the wall, okay?
Did I?
Yeah, you were out for a little bit. That's okay. That's okay.
It's pretty obvious that he has a concussion at this point.
You're gonna be okay, Kenny, okay? We have a collar around your neck for precaution, okay?
A big accident like this can cause an adrenaline rush and an outpour of emotion.
Try not to move your head, okay? I know.
We're taking Kenny to the hospital. They're gonna give him a CAT scan, X-ray, ultrasound. Our patient was in hospital, unconscious for 24 hours. He had a significant concussion, fractured clavicle, and bruising on the left side. He was held in observation for a few days. Kenny hopes to be back on the raceway this spring.
1967, it says Charlie responds. They're responding for a 59-year-old male patient having diabetic issues, not alert, not breathing normally.
This guy calls a lot.
He does, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've been to this house 3 times in the last month. It's raising some red flags, and clearly someone's not coping.
Oh yeah, look at this.
So we arrive on scene, and my initial impression is the porch is barricaded.
Hey!
There's dogs barking, some guy's yelling.
You want to phone the police here? We're having a situation. We've got backup.
You need the police?
Yes.
There's 2 people arguing on the front step.
For trouble like you. I don't care.
These are potential scene safety issues.
75 to base. The residents here are requesting code 8, please.
We've got a guy in distress up here, okay?
I know he's
trying to have a drunken party.
There's some issues happening here. We're in for a doozy.
Hey!
So as we walked in the room, we found the patient slouched over his bed.
I've known him for a long time, and he's just let himself go too often here.
With what, sir?
Diabetes.
He has
the dextrose. Watch, because there's cockroaches. Watch.
You got some cockroaches?
There.
Yeah. A couple mouse traps, so watch out for those. The patient's friend, he called 911, and he gave us a good background of what was happening. Any drug use right now?
Yes, he's an addict. I don't know if he's done anything in the last...
What kind of addict, sir?
Meth, hydromorphine, and a lot of that. I found a rig, and I don't know.
Sorry, where's the rig?
Does he have Hep C or HIV?
HIV.
The friend tells us this guy has AIDS, he's an IV drug user, and there's dirty needles around the room. We need to make sure we're being safe.
Just keep a heads up for that stuff, yeah. We're gonna check your blood sugar. For any diabetic call, the first thing we want to do is check their blood sugar.
So you've seen him like this before?
I can tell when he's starting to sweat.
2.0. We need to start an IV and give you some medicine, okay? His condition is easy to assess. He needs sugar or he will eventually die.
We got it. Hey, we can let go of your plums. So this guy could go into a diabetic coma, seize. Here, hold on, man. Who knows what could have happened?
You know, to see him go like that, he's just kind of giving up, but it's going to happen again, probably tomorrow again, or the next day, within a week.
Hold on, bro. Just checking your blood sugar, okay? You went low.
So once the patient regains consciousness, he's quite upset that we're there.
Did somebody call you guys?
Yeah, your buddy here did.
Yeah.
And he doesn't quite realize the magnitude of what just happened.
You were low, man. You needed it. The dextrose worked. This patient is now more alert. But now we have to get him to eat some food.
Can you do us a favor? Can you go make like a sandwich or something?
This patient is a poorly controlled diabetic, and he's lucky to have this friend looking out for him. Do you know what day it is today?
Probably Saturday.
It's Monday. How old are you? How long have you been an IV drug user for?
Yeah, pretty well been using since I've been 18 about.
And how did you start?
Needle.
This guy's been suffering from addiction his whole life. He's been shooting IV drugs since he's been 17. He's 61. I'll take that.
Sit up there, boss.
Right on. And it's tough to see people at that low point in their lives. That'll get your sugars up.
I got some water in that bottle.
Yeah? In this bottle here? This stuff? Yeah?
There's an orange pop bottle on the floor, and the patient wants to drink it.
You want to drink that?
But it looks like a urine bottle.
Okay.
Dan, give it a sniff.
Luckily, it was just water. You just told me to sniff it, and I listened to you. I'm not sure why. God.
What's with his right foot, Dane? Like, is that...
Oh, great, yeah, I don't know.
Is that from your diabetes? So, how do you control your diabetes?
I take cocaine, I take down, I take speed, whatever I can afford.
This guy's not too concerned with his health. He's a ticking time bomb.
That's what I mean. Like, maybe we should go speak with a doctor so they can...
I don't need to go.
So you're not gonna come with us to the hospital, eh?
No, I'm not.
No matter what we say, I'm sure?
That's right.
All right.
He's given up. But in the end, there's still a person who's struggling with addiction, and it's tough to see. You gotta take care of yourself, man.